Hello and welcome. Today we are going to play City Skylines. And you probably know this map, don't you? You've probably seen other YouTubers playing City Skylines using this exact map. And you know what? I've been playing on this map for quite a while. And as I have moved from Epic Game Store to Steam, I'm so happy. Now I can finally go crazy. And I did. So many mods. And the most interesting part here is that I don't know how to use most of them. So we are going to learn together. But look at this fantastic map. I mean, come on, it's gorgeous. And I have enabled the 81 tile mod, so I have unlocked everything. But I don't know, I'm probably going to start where all of you are going to start, because this is the starting grid. And today we are going from 0 to, what should we say, 2,000, 3,000 people. This is going to be an ongoing series. And what I'm in this, well, I don't know what my vision is, but I'm thinking something like, okay, we're going to expand through this coastline. And over here, I think we will need a downtown. I have some really awesome buildings I want to incorporate over here, I think. I have some French churches, cathedrals. I have, yeah, you name it. I just went crazy. So let's get cracking. First of all, we have this highway connection here, and we are going to build off from that. And right now I'm just going, quite normal here. So we're going to envision some kind of main street down here, I think. And we need to keep an eye on our money. Okay. Yeah, that's not going to cut it, but let's just keep it there. So this is going to be our main street. And I do know that we need to expand this at some point. So what we're going to do is starting with a grid that is bigger than I would normally go. I would go like 10 by 10, sometimes 12 by 10 to make room for some pedestrian path. But right now we're just going 12 by... Should we make them a bit larger? Yeah, 12 by 14. I think that is an interesting grid size. Of course, difficult to lay out, but who cares? And we're probably going to need bigger roads. Should we keep the 12? I think we're going to keep the 12 because I think we're going to have some more avenues. I do have some Parisian type of buildings. Could be interesting to map. I'll put in at some point. And for that, I think we need, those Parisian avenue style of streets. Okay, I was a bit fast there. So while I'm laying out this grid, I can tell you, as you are probably noticing, my English isn't the best in the world. And guess what? I'm not from an English-speaking country. I promise it will get better at some point. Okay, we are going to add in a new connection here, and then we need some industry. I think we will put the industry over here just for our beginning. Is this flat? It's fairly flat, so it's okay. So we're going to add some industry here and all of our service buildings. So the idea with this building is we're going to incorporate basically everything City Skylines have to offer. Let's just put it here. We don't care. So is it going to be a very realistic city? Well, hopefully. That would be awesome, right? Could also be that we are going to be more, what will you call it, more, oh, I forgot. So a grid is already laid out for us in terms of pipes. That's nice. No, but it could be that we are going to be a bit more lax with what is reality. Who knows? Let's see where we're going to end up. And as I said, this is not a vanilla game. So I have a lot of assets in here. So as our city is going to start popping up, you'll see some strange buildings. And I mean, hey, let's have fun, right? So some power. Yes, and we need some water treatment as well. I'll pop it over here and connect it to our grid here. Okay, power. I'm going to use this awesome power line so we can get some power to our city quite easy. Okay, so let's start getting our people into the city. And what we're going to do is only going to zone half. So we can have our shops down here. And let's hit play. Let's see what's going to happen. Oh, did you hear that? That's my gaming chair squeaking. Christmas is coming up. Perhaps I should see if I can get another one. This one is quite broken. Okay, so let's see what's happening here. I'll speed it up a bit. So this is typical low density in Europe, at least where I'm from. So you'll have row houses like this, and you will probably also see, let's take anarchy off, small apartment blocks like this. This is quite normal for low density. I think this is from, oh yeah, this is from the Korean pack. So I have realistic population added, and I know how that one works. So we can go in and we can see, okay, households 15. It's stated as European apartments modern. So each unit will get 85 square meters. I think that is okay. It's fairly small apartments, but hey. And let's look at these ones. So we have 5 households. Does that seem realistic? Look. Okay, so let's try and count. So is that 1, that's 2, that's 3, 4, 5. But what about up here? Is that 1 apartment? Well, that's okay. Let's just leave it at that. Okay, so our city needs somewhere to work. I get it. We all want a job, right? So how many of you work in factories? I have never, ever worked in a factory, so I don't know if that's a good job or... Okay. So we are cracking. And we got another apartment block. I don't think I would categorize this as a low density, but you know, what the hell. Compared to what we are going to build later on, this is going to be absolutely low density. I mean, the Korean pack has some awesome buildings. There were also the skyscraper pack, which I have. So I think we'll see a nice skyline over there at some point. Which also, oh, little hamlet. But I mean, that, which means that we need to build industry somewhere else than where it is right now, I think. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so 380 people, small village. And we get schools and landfills and medical clinic and, you know, whatnot. So let's add some trash collection. I think that is important. Let's see if we can afford a clinic. And where do we want to put our clinic? We want to have it somewhere near the main road, I think, but not directly on. So I'm going to extend my grid just a little bit. Oh, that was a bit crooked. Oh, yeah, and the sniffles. Oh, the whole thing is crooked. I'm just coming off one of those nice winter diseases, a nice influenza. But hey, gives me time to play, to game, so I mean, I'm not too disgruntled. Okay, and we need a school, and I think we'll put it over here, and we will probably not fill out this section yet, because we need something by our elementary school. I think we need some playgrounds, perhaps some fencing, I don't know. Let's see. And we still have a demand for residential, so let's give the people what they want, right? And over here, that is, I'm not too happy about this. I think we need to change this. I think that was just me being, being me, to be honest. So what we're going to do is just correct it. Yes, this is much, much better. Which means that we can complete it. Okay. Okay. So we are back. Yeah. So looking at our small city here, I mean, it seems like a nice place to grow up. I guess. Well, look at this house. An old abandoned car, but a swing set. I mean, yeah. Rusty, sharp metal for the kids, and somewhere to play. Oh, sorry. I'll try to keep the coughing to a minimum. Okay, so it's Saturday here, and we are in lovely Denmark. It's minus 11 degrees outside, and it's snowing. Perhaps I should have made a winter landscape instead of this clearly Italian coast, where we have. Okay, it's only nighttime is coming. It's how low does it go? 8 degrees. Perhaps we should change it. Do we want the day and night cycle? I'm not sure. So I'm going in here to my ultimate eye candy. And I think what we're going to do is pause the day and night cycle and say it's always, well, where do we want it? Yeah, just about lunchtime. I think that is perfect. Okay. So we need to keep expanding because our demand shows a high demand for residential areas. So we will, and I think here we'll go down to the 10 by 10 grid. Oh, well, no, 10 by 14, because let's keep our city consistent just for a little bit. And over here we will have, come on, some of the more expensive houses next to the coast. Too sad that there's not a beach here, but I think we will manage. Okay, and we'll need some more connections, and let's just add in some residential. I think we also need to start thinking about some more shops here. As I have the realistic population mod installed, we will we'll see that the city behaves a bit differently. There's less demand for shops and for workplaces in general, because the workplaces will have a lot more people in it. So I'm thinking, why are these defaulting? Guessing I'm not having enough people in my city just yet, but let's see where we're going to end up. So we are at 740. We are coming up to 1,000 people quite soon, I think. So this is going to be a fairly short episode. Let's see. Okay, can you imagine living here? Let's see if I can find a... Oh, Worthy Village, 800 people. And we are going to get a few specializations, some emergency services, and then police department and districts. I'm not sure I'm going to use districts just yet. We'll have high capacity elementary school. I don't think our city is large enough for that. And of course, we'll have the fire stations. But first, I want to see, living here in your 80 square meter apartment, how would that look like? Okay, so if you are here on top, just look at this. Wow. Gorgeous. I think we need to add a pier or something. Okay, so we need fire protection and we need some policing. Fire protection, we're going to add there, and probably also the police department just next to it. I think that's it. Did we get a cemetery yet? No. I only have my my extra additions to the game, and I think we should keep it fairly within the game mechanics. So if I don't have cemeteries yet, we are not going to add in a cemetery. And did we get parks? No, not yet. Okay, 1,200 people. That is the goal that we are going to see if we can reach. So let's keep expanding just for a bit. So we can go 8. Can we go 10? Let's see. Okay, that's a bit wonky, but hey, it's okay. I mean, cities are not perfectly laid out anyway. I don't know about you guys watching from the US. Perhaps in your part of the world, everything is neat. But in Denmark, most of the cities are, well, basically from, well, the Viking era, the Bronze era, the Iron Age. I mean, so they have organically developed, which means that we see some fairly interesting road layouts sometimes, and I really love it. So at some point we need to see if we can go a bit more organic in our growth, but not in the beginning. Right now we need the people, we need to grow. Okay, tiny town. So we get the industry areas, which is very interesting. The pedestrian area we're not going to use right now. Parks, that is a good one. Parks and plazas. The fishing industry, I'm not sure we're going to use that. The football and the concerts we are not going to use just yet. Our city is simply too small. Okay, so our small Elementary school here. We have no students. That's weird. Why don't we have any students in our city? Okay, let me just see if I move it, if something is going to happen. Don't we have any children in our city? Is that the... I have seven children. They should go to school. There's 3 children. 12. Okay, perhaps the parents have looked at our elementary school and said, hey, our kids are not going to that place. There's no playground or anything. So we are going to add in a small playground next to it. And what else can we do? We could remove the hedge and kind of build a new hedge and make this a big area. I'm not sure in a small village like this you would have such a big school. So we are just going to add a bit of residential. I mean, what kid wouldn't love to live next to the to the school? I mean, no skulking. Okay, this is really, really, really strange. Really strange. It's not something commercial default. What if I make it generic? No. Okay. What if we add another school over here? What then? And then let's try and speed it up and see what happens. Have I broken the game somehow? What about a high school? Do we have a high school yet? No. Okay, that is some strange mechanics. Okay. Let's see what's happening. Okay. So our city is right now growing slowly. We don't really have that much of a demand, but we could keep expanding just for a bit, just to see what we can do in the future. Okay, so I'm going to change my grid design over here to a more dense one, so 10 by 10, just to really maximize our utilization of our land. It's okay. And our main street is going to keep... Main street is going to keep going down the coast, but now we have to curve it just a little bit. And let's add in the roads so people can move in. Okay. So our demand went up, which is good. And we are going to add some businesses as well. And let's see what's happening. And what about our school? Still 0 students. 0. This is... and 0 students. What have I done to my game? Something is off. Something is really off. Okay, I'm going to work on this. Look, 100% is uneducated. Could it have something to do with our workplaces? No, uneducated. They need educated people, well-educated people. Okay, I'm baffled here. So last weekend when I played the game, there was no problem. I actually had a problem with not enough schools. And right now, nobody wants to go to school, which means we cannot have any advanced industry. We cannot have offices because there will be no people to work there. Okay, uneducated. Interesting. Okay, doesn't matter. We are going to crack on, and at some point I'm going to figure out what I have done. If anyone watching this knows what setting I have screwed, please, please, please let me know. Please let me know. As I said, I'm still a bit sick, so my brain is probably at half capacity or even less. So, you know, that is what we love about winter, right? I mean, we just came from 2 years of COVID, and now influenza is kicking in. Okay, Boomtown. We are going to get... What are we going to get? What are we going to get? We are going to get transports. We love that. Post, service, and trams. Recycling, some new roads. But I want a high school. Did we get that last time? Okay. I'm going to add in a high school down here. And then we're going to see what is happening. No high school students. No high school students. Okay, so this episode is turning into a strange one. My very, very first ever YouTube video. And I just absolutely tank it. Okay, so we have some level control. I don't think that has anything to do with that. That is when I look at buildings, I can level them up or down. Let's try and go in policies and see if... Okay, school's out. No. So this is what I wanted to see if that would do something. No, nothing. Okay, it's really strange. I'm really, really, really sorry for that. But let me just point out some of the awesome assets I have added. Because look here, we have a truck coming out. And what would you know? Coca-Cola has just made a delivery. And over here, we have a Lidl. I don't know if you know Lidl. This German supermarket chain. We also have it in Denmark. We have a gas station. Nice. Some restaurants. What more do we have? We have some shops. Reparatum. Fachbetrieb. Oh, sorry. Haven't spoken German or read German since basically elementary school, so sorry. I was probably wrong. So Blackwater Burger, we love some takeaway. Some old shops. This is probably from the Parisian pack. What else do we have? Some more burgers, Dollar Express. Oh, 7-Eleven. Well, fun fact. At some point in my life, I said, wherever I'm going to live, there needs to be a 7-Eleven within a 5-minute walking distance. Otherwise, I wouldn't live there. I mean, I was young. I needed to be able to buy chips and beer at basically whenever I wanted it. Today I don't have 7-Elevens, not even remotely close to me. I'm basically living in a village a bit like this. Not as many shops and quite a lot more people. I think we are 20,000 people in this area, and we have 2 supermarkets and we have 1 pizza place, and that's it. But I mean, it's quiet. I used to live smack downtown in Copenhagen, and I loved, the weekends. I was always out, I wouldn't mind, drunk people in the street at 3 o'clock at night yelling and waking me up. I loved the ability to go to concerts whenever I wanted, and didn't mind some noise. Now I'm a bit older, and for some reason, listening to to the birds, a summer morning, I mean, that is so much more valuable to me these days than being able to get a kebab at 3 o'clock in the morning on a Monday, even though I do love kebabs. Okay, so our residential demand is creeping up, and we have some commercial zone demand. So I think what we're going to do is start adding some, what would you call it, small mom and pop shops. So people living over here don't have to go all the way over there. They can just pop in here. We'll just have small pockets of commercial. Oh, what I'm doing. Commercial shops nearby. Oh, that was the wrong one. So we're just going to add, some small pockets. What was this? That was our school. Now they are starting to go to school. Perfect. I thought I should, turn this game into a small dictator state where I would force everybody to go to school. Very happy I didn't have to do that. So look, they actually have a bit of a playground, but shouldn't we give them just a tad more? So what is this? This is our small park here. This is what we're going to add. Just going to remove this. I think I have some kind of anarchy on. I'm not sure which one. As I said, I came from Epic, and getting mods were basically almost impossible. You had to download them and install them yourself, and you wouldn't get fresh updates. So whenever Cities Skylines updated, I mean, my mods would be broken, and it was just a hassle. So for many years, I just played the vanilla game, and always looking on YouTube at the people, playing a more interesting version of Cities Skylines. And I know a lot of you out there who are playing the vanilla game think, is a bit worried about, rounds you have in Cities Skylines. I mean, for many, many years, I just played the base game because adding all the DLCs were basically quite expensive. But what I would say to you is, add the ones you think you'll use, and slowly, over time, buy more, especially when they are on sale, which they are. I made the switch Black Friday, and I think it was half price or something like that. So I just bought everything. But I do understand it, because if you're going to buy this game with all the DLCs, it's going to be quite expensive. And they just keep adding on. For instance, I have not bought the financial district yet, because, I mean, will I use it? There's some cool buildings, but I mean, right now, I'm more focused on, bringing my city up to the level where a financial district would make sense. So I'm waiting, and I know it's only, I don't know, what is it, 5, 6, 7 euros? I don't know. Anyway, we are going to add a bit of industry. People need places to work. So let's see. Our unemployment is 36%. Oh my God. Okay, that's crazy. So let's give them some shops also. And I mean, look at this city. I mean, we are getting there, right? But we have one issue. Well, we basically have a big issue. How are we going to ensure we have enough goods for our commercial areas? Remember, a lot of these factories are going to be, to build or produce the goods that's going to be sold in here. And I mean, right now we have a small an industrial area here, and I mean, it will suffice. But when we grow our city all the way to here, and we have pockets of commercialization, perhaps even, high density commercialization, they're going to need a lot of goods. So that's something we're going to tackle later on. How are we going to ensure a smooth running city while also building a beautiful city? Right now it's there, right? It's not something interesting. I mean, it's a big mismatch of buildings, just like in real life, at least where I'm from. I think in America you will probably have a bit more strict zoning. But I think what we're going to attack in our next episode is probably using district a lot more and try to build some really distinct districts. At some point we're going to have a university, so we're going to have a university district. Probably going to have, a Koreatown, because we have all the Korean buildings. We are probably also going to go a bit more European. So have areas that are clearly, German, Danish, Swedish, Belgium, France type of areas with old buildings and beautiful avenues and stuff like that. I think that is going to be the last I'm going to say about this city today, because as you can hear, there's a lot of stuff we need to think about. And if you have anything to add, let me know in the comments, because I think this build needs to be a cooperation between me and you. And why? Because I need to learn how to bring this city up to a completely new level. And I can use your help. And I think there's a lot of smart guys out there with a lot to say. So help me out and I will help you out. Okay. So next time we are going to tackle the issue of expanding our city, public transport in our city, and probably also a bit about some road hierarchy, because I can see that we're going to end up into a bit of trouble down the road. So join me next time. I thought this truck was my favorite brand of adult drinks. So when I see a green truck with some white letters on it, what brand am I thinking about? Later on, we're actually also going to add something from my normal workplace. And if I say that the plane I'm going to add is going to have a specific color and a specific brand name? Do you know which one I'm thinking about? Probably not. So that's going to be fun. I'm going to tell you a bit about traveling. Oh, another clue. Anyways, I can talk from here to Christmas Eve and then again to Easter. So I think I'm just going to shut up and say see you next time. Bye.